Hi, Moon Children. My name is Kira, this is Vero, and you're listening to the Moonchild podcast. This is our first episode. Welcome.
Hey, guys.
So, in this podcast, which is going to be a first for the both of us, we are going to talk about different topics. But since this is the first episode, we're just going to ask each other a couple of questions and get to know each other so you know who we are and we can just kind of talk a little. But then in the next episodes, we're going to have 3 different formats. For one, there is Tea on Tuesday, where we're just going to talk about what's currently going on in the world, all around the globe or in our lives. Then we have Music on Monday, because we're both big fans of music, and therefore we like to talk about certain things, like, for example, if we discovered a new musician, or if we found an album that we really love, or we are going to do a song analysis, for example, of a song that really touched us, or if we enjoyed the lyrics a lot. And the last format is going to be Storytime Sunday, which is basically going to be us rambling about what's going on in our lives. If something special happened. The thing is, right now, that's probably not going to happen as often because we're still in lockdown here in Germany, which is where we're both from. And so we can't really do a lot of things. But let's see, maybe there are a couple of things here and there that we thought about and that we just want to talk through with each other. And so then we're going to record this.
And today we're going to ask each other questions. So let's stay tuned.
Yes, all right, let's go. Do you want to ask the first question right away?
Yeah, sure. So let me see. What do you think? What animal best represents you and why?
Okay, that's an interesting one. My favorite animals are probably swallows, because I just feel like they are very pretty, and I like their symbolic meaning because they're such important birds, like in different old stories, and I really like the thought of them representing loyalty and love, and I would wish that represented me. But I'm not sure if it's really the case. Sometimes I feel like swallows are really cute and I would like to be like them, but maybe I'm more of I don't know, a sparrow maybe, like a tiny little flattering bird trying to find its way in this world. So, yeah.
Or maybe like a black swan.
A black swan, yeah. A black swan. That would be very mysterious. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it would be nice. They're very elegant. What about you? What do you think? What animal represents you?
I really thought a lot about this question, and I think I would be a cat. Because,
oh, really?
Cats do whatever they want to, and if they want to get cuddles, they'll go to the person. But they don't, you just, as a normal person, you can't go there and just pat the cat. So I think that really represents me the best.
Yeah, so you're kind of this is my place. Yeah. I'm going there, so...
Yeah, I'm pretty stubborn, so...
That's cute, though. I mean, I like cats.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go look for another question for you.
Sure.
Okay, how about this one? If you could speak any other language without having to study it, like you could just learn it from now till tomorrow, which one would it be?
Chinese. For your information, wow. I currently go to university and study Chinese, and it's a very hard language to learn. So I would really, really love to just be able to speak it. I mean, writing is a whole other part, but just to be able to speak it, to master those 4 tones, yeah, would be very relieving.
Yeah, well, she's saying it like she doesn't have a clue of Chinese, but actually she can speak Chinese. She just doesn't want to say it.
I mean, I've spent 6 months in China.
See?
I can speak a little bit.
A little. You survived in China. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
It's not that easy. They don't know as much English as you would think. So.
No, they can't speak English at all, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You have to survive with the Chinese you have.
Yeah. And you're good. I mean, I can't say a thing, like, not for real. I would have to listen to it like a couple of times and then I would say it and I wouldn't have a clue which word it really is. But yeah, you can say a couple of things.
Yeah.
And I mean, you really just went to China for like 6 months, was it? And just like that, I mean, for real, all alone, poor thing.
Yeah, I thought going to dictatorship would be really great.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I think Chinese is a good choice because it's so difficult. And the other languages are probably, like, you could manage to study and then learn them.
Yeah, I mean, studying the characters, it's quite hard. Because you can learn them, but then after maybe a month or something like that, you forget them. So you have to continue studying them and have to revise them almost like every day. So yeah, pretty much to do.
That is exhausting.
Okay, then let's see. If you could change one law, what would it be and why?
One law. The thing is, you have to know, I have a subject which is about economy and law. Sorry. Oh God, sometimes my tongue is like tied up. Is it what you say? Your tongue's tied up. I think that's an expression. Okay, if I'm completely wrong, just tell me.
I think your tongue is just like faster than your thoughts.
Probably. So I have this subject. I'm still in high school, by the way. Just I'm graduating this June, hopefully, if I pass. But yeah. You will. And I never really paid attention in that subject when it came to law questions. So I don't really know. I mean, I think in Germany, there are so many laws about things that are so unnecessary. I think there's a law that basically says if they're like bees flying around and they don't have an owner, you can just catch them and they're yours. Like, there's a law for that. I mean, what? Why? And there are laws for how high, like, the sidewalk has to be from the street or something. And I don't know. So apparently we have a lot of laws because people are bored. But yeah, one law, I don't know if it's in Germany as well, but in some places in the world, it's still illegal for example, gay couples to get married. And I think that's just stupid. And I would change that because, like, what? We're like in 21st century. What is your problem? I don't get that.
I don't either. We're living in a terrible world.
Yeah, sometimes I really think that. It's like, what are people thinking? Are they even thinking? Because, like, I don't know, what's the problem? It's also like, I wish I could say that our generation is going to make things better. But sometimes I just look at my peers at school and I'm just like, you're even more sexist and racist and homophobic than my parents. And I mean, that is an achievement.
Yeah, for example, I also think that human rights should apply anywhere, but unfortunately it's not the case. And in some countries, like China or whatever, they don't apply there. So yeah, I would definitely change that if I could.
Yeah, it's kind of insane. I mean, we always have to watch these movies about how terrible some children are treated in other countries, like how they have to work in the factories, etc. And it's just like every student is so annoyed by these movies. And it's like, it's real, guys. This is not just to like upset you or anything. This is what happens. And you're like, oh, why can't we watch something fun? Because this is like a problem we have to solve. But then again, we're just pretty young to change any of that. So maybe our teachers would have to change something.
Yeah, and if you want to change it, you don't know how, and you really can't. It's just stupid.
Oh, there's another thing. That in Germany, elections are like allowed for everyone from the age of 18. And I was thinking, why not change that minimum age to 16 years? Because I feel like there are a few people that would really elect like just randomly in that age. But there are also so many other people who are really interested in politics, and they would be so happy if they had a chance to like choose what parties are in the government, etc. And so maybe that would be something that should be changed, at least like in what is called Bundesländer in Germany. It's like the country
federal states.
Yeah, thanks. Federal
no problem.
Exactly. So I think that maybe not on a national level, but at least like in the federal states, it should be possible for like teenagers at the age of 16 or 17 to elect politicians as well.
Yeah, I totally agree. But unfortunately, our politicians are old, so they don't think that way.
So old. I mean, can we talk about this for a second? If you look at like German people, and there are these grids, like how old the country is, like the society in the country is, and I mean, it's insane. We're like just a bunch of teens, a bunch of students, a bunch of people in their 30s, and then like 45 to 50 is just so many people. I mean, what? It's really insane. Like there are other countries where like the average age is around 20 or 25, and in Germany it must be like 45 at least.
Yeah, Kira, I think we should rule the world. Let's do that.
Yeah, maybe we should change the system and just, or we could like form our own country and just change everything there, and then we'll take over.
How would you call the country?
Oh, that is difficult. Kira Land.
Well,
it's Kira Land. Kira and Vero Land. The land of the moon.
The land of the Moonchildren.
Oh. Yeah, our citizens would be called Moonchildren, definitely.
Oh, and their passport. It would be like a moon on top of it.
Oh god, that's so cute! And we don't have a flag, we just have the moon as our symbol.
Yeah.
That is awesome. We should totally try that. Is there any, like, space left on Earth where we could form our own country? I don't think so. Maybe we can discover an island somewhere in the sea where no one has been.
Maybe we can talk with Russia. Maybe they want to give us, like, some ice land or something like that.
Yeah, totally. And we can just we just build these houses and change the climate inside so that people can live there comfortably. Oh my god, we're thinking way too far. But okay. Yeah. Do you want to go back to questions? Because I think we kind of drifted off.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Okay. If you had to choose to live without one of your 5 senses, which one would you give up?
I think I wouldn't want to smell anything anymore because, I don't know, it's overrated. You don't really need that. I mean, of course, I can't smell good perfumes, but who cares? Then I can't smell like vomit or anything like that. Yeah, probably.
No, I think that's a smart choice, because I was asked before if I would rather not smell anything or not taste anything, and I mean, it's quite obvious to me, because I mean, you can't control what you smell because it's just there and you smell it, but you can control what you put inside your mouth. So, and I mean, yeah, people could argue that you can't really taste a lot without your nose. But then again, it's not like your nose is gone, you just can't smell anything. So maybe you can even like still taste things with your nose. without smelling things. Maybe that doesn't work. I'm not really sure. I didn't really pay attention in class when we made that. But there are these other, like, you can just, elect one of them. Like, hearing, definitely not. I need my music. Seeing things, I think you would be really lost without seeing things if you got used to seeing things, because we really rely on those. And what is the other one?
Touching?
Touching things?
Like
or skin,
tactile feeling.
Yeah. I don't really know how you lose that. That would be really sad. That is not good. You couldn't do anything. No. So yeah, smelling is probably
okay.
the least important.
So are you ready for the next question?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's see. It's a deep one.
Okay, let's go.
What is home to you?
Home. Home is a word. Okay. I'm not funny, I'm sorry. Home. That's really, really difficult. I think home doesn't have to be a place necessarily. I think home is sort of like a feeling of being comfortable. I think I could feel at home in a lot of different places, but at the same time, not everywhere, because it has to be like really fitting for my mood. And I think that's the most difficult part, because home has to always feel good, no matter your situation. So basically, if I'm really happy, I want to have a place where I can feel great and just have fun. But at the same time, if I feel really depressed, I want a place where I can just snuggle up and drink my tea and, cry, whatever. And it's hard to have like this one place that matches all these different emotions that I can have. So I think it's not like a place for me. It's this feeling of being okay, just the way I feel right now. So maybe it's a person telling me that it's fine, or it's like a book I'm reading, or a song, maybe a song that just really, matches what I'm feeling. Yeah, I can't explain it.
Yeah, it's kind of like the same for me. I think it doesn't have to be a place. It just has to be a place where I can feel safe. And it can be literally anywhere. But I have to feel safe. And maybe being with my loved ones. In my chosen family. So I think that is home for me.
That's actually really interesting that you speak about chosen family right now. Because a lot of people, they say that family is what you're born with. And I totally disagree with that. And I wish it was possible to really, make it official what people are in your like chosen family. That's what you said. Because I feel like family is so much more than like the people you're genetically connected to.
Yeah, I would also, for example, my best friend, she's part of my family. I chose her to be part of my family, but she's not like just a friend. She's part of my family because she understands what I'm feeling. She helps me through tough times, and that's family for me. And she will always be there no matter what. And I also will be there for her no matter what. And I think that's family.
Yes, I think so too, because there are so many stories about people saying that they don't have a family anymore. And I think that's just really sad, because you can always have a family if you look for it out in the world, because it doesn't have to be someone you're actually related to. And I just wish that in the future I have like one big family where I can just put together all the people that I care about, and I can feel like they are everything that I need in my life. And I have to say that right now that's a little difficult because, for one, I'm still living with my parents and I have 2 siblings, and I'm in the middle. So I have an older brother and a younger sister. And you can imagine that they're arguing a lot because, I mean, yeah, she's like the youngest and he's the oldest, and she's challenging him and he is like talking down on her. And then it's always the discussion who like did something wrong first. And my parents don't really deal with it, and then I feel like I have to deal with it. And sometimes I find myself dreaming of a world where I don't have this family, and I'm just shocked by these moments because that's so, I don't know, isolating. To think that I don't want these people around, even though I have to say that I love them so incredibly much, and they have never done anything to me. And they're just their own people, and I think they're very inspiring personalities, but at the same time I feel like it's so much all the time, and that I'm just not made for so many people around me, and I just wish I could move out and leave them behind. But at the same time, I know that if I did that, I would be so alone, and I would probably not even have as many friends who would stick to me in this scenario. And so I just, sometimes I think it's really difficult for me to define what my family is. But I'm kind of looking forward to that moment where I feel like, hey, I think I found them now.
Yeah, I think you're just overwhelmed because you have to do things you're actually not supposed to. You shouldn't just be a child. Or, I mean, you're not a child anymore, but a teenager. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it's just sometimes too much for me, and I have to admit that I'm kind of like a loner sometimes, and I just need my time off. And then it's especially annoying if someone just comes rushing into my room and it's like, hey, did you see that? And who left the bathroom door open or whatever? And it's like, leave me alone just this once. But it's not because of them. It's just because like of other circumstances in my life right now. So yeah, it's just, I just wanted to say it's probably very common for people to feel like that, and I'm really sorry about that. But at the same time, I think that this can change, especially once you move out, that you actually develop a better relationship to your family.
Yeah, in my case, that actually happened, at least a bit. Whenever I'm away from home, my relationship improves. I don't know why, but you're not constantly sitting on each other. So that means you have time to reflect on yourself, you have time for yourself. And then when you come together, you're just another person, I think, in a way. Yeah. So that was a very long answer for a short question.
Sorry.
Hey, no problem. I just say the facts.
Yeah. It's important. Okay. It's my turn to ask you something now, is it?
I think so.
Okay. Okay. So this is hopefully a little less depressing. So what in life are you most grateful for?
Wow. Okay, that's a really deep one. I think I'm grateful for my childhood. Even though I struggled with bullying, I had a lot of freedom and I needed that freedom. It's just that I often compare myself with a bird who lives in a cage, and I can't be in that cage. I need to break free. And if something is stopping me from that, I just get anxious and I just get a mental breakdown, I feel like. Because I need that freedom. I need to be able to do what I can do and no one's stopping me. But sometimes I feel like I am making this cage and I'm putting that on myself. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's something a lot of people struggle with, actually. Because in like this generation, we're often told that we can do anything, that we can become anything, and that if we just worked hard enough, then the world would be at our feet. But it's just not true.
No.
But still, sometimes you feel like you actually should have become something by now, and then you start like putting yourself like in a cage and saying, hey, and you didn't make it, and you can't reach this. But actually you could reach certain goals, just not anything.
Yeah, and it feels like that you have to reach those goals. You have to do that. You have to be the best one. You don't have to be the best one. You don't have to be perfect, but it just feels like that. At least for me.
Yeah.
Being in university and not really sure if I want to continue studying this major. I'm constantly bombarded with those thoughts about me being not good enough and me not reaching the goals I could reach. So yeah, that's something I struggle with right now. But I think I have to learn how to open that cage again and to fly out.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, we could. I mean, we can do that. Someday, I guess it's going to be open, and you can just decide where you want to fly. But at the same time, like, if you feel like you're really being torn down by your surroundings, then it doesn't mean that you're the one, like, making it wrong. It's not. Sometimes it's just something is not working, and it's not necessarily because you are not doing it right. So it's hard.
We have to change the system.
Yeah, we should. Revolution. Okay, it's going quite far.
Don't blame yourself. Blame the system.
Yeah, always blame the others, like the older generation, and like everyone who invented these struggles and these ideals. For example, like on social media, when you always see so many talented people, and it's amazing. You're just like, wow, there's so many talented people. Oh my god, that's great. And at the same time, you're like, huh, how come that I can't do anything this good? Like, so many people out there have these amazing voices or dance moves, or they're so active and they can run 40 miles. I don't know. Why am I sitting at home on my couch watching YouTube videos? But I mean, for real, there are so many people doing the exact same thing, and that's okay. And everyone has like their strengths and weaknesses, and still, like, I feel like everyone is always under such a pressure right now. It's
yeah,
not,
and
it's really
seeing
not
those things on Instagram, it doesn't make you feel good. It just makes you feel depressed because you can't actually do the things. You can't dance like a 16-year-old, and it's weird, but I don't know why we have to compare ourselves with that. But I can't just not compare myself. It's really hard not to.
Yeah, I think it was taken away a little bit because while people are saying, hey, love yourself, accept yourself, they're also showing off how perfect their lives are. And there are so many people just showing off their wonderful lifestyle and how in balance with everything they are and how talented they are with everything. And it's just so extreme how fake some pictures are. And you kind of know that this is not real, this is not all that they're showing us. there have to be dark sides as well. But at the same time, you have this idea, and that idea that it would be possible makes everything that isn't matching this ideal just worthless, and you feel like you're just sitting at home doing nothing when actually you're not doing nothing. It's fine. And even if you were doing nothing, that would be okay too. But it's just that you always have to achieve things, and you have to show each other what you have done in the last week, or what you have reached already in all this time that you didn't see each other, or whatever. Or you have to post on Instagram whatever you're doing. And it's like people are constantly afraid of being judged, and they're afraid of being judged for not doing things, while at the same time they don't try things they would want to because they're afraid of being judged of doing them. And it's just this cycle of feeling like you're blamed for something, or like you're not enough for something, and I'm just sick of it. I'm really sick of it.
Yeah. And you don't see the dark sides. You don't see that these people, that it takes for them maybe like, I don't know, 15 minutes to take this picture. You just see the finished product. You don't see how long it actually takes them to do those things, to shoot this video. You don't see that. You just see the 10-second video, which is perfectly made, but you don't see how long it actually needed, how actually long it took to make this video. Yeah, really sad.
Yeah, but okay. I mean, I guess it's something we have to deal with. We can work on that.
Okay. Do you think we can answer and describe a question?
Okay, I guess.
So, if someone gives you a flight ticket to Korea, along with a paid reservation for an hotel and enough money for about a month, would you do it? And what would you do?
Okay, I think we already talked about this when we first read the comment. That we are not sure whether or not the person who's giving us the money is coming along with us. Because I think that's like a huge...
Creepy.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy if there's like a random dude just coming up to you and is like, here's your plane ticket, you want to go on vacation with me? And it's like, I don't think so. But if it was just for me, I would definitely do it, like, for real. I would like to travel everywhere, so give me the money. And I would probably visit, like, the different cities that are famous, of course. And then, like, I would go to Seoul, obviously. I would go to Busan. I would be at the beach there. I would see all these bridges and the skyline at night. I'd probably, like, go up onto the roof to, just some stargazing or something. I don't know if you can see the stars from the city, but I would try. And yeah, maybe just do a little road trip and just see the countryside for a couple of days and then go back home. I think that's a really nice vacation.
Yeah, I think I would try to talk with people about South Korea and their youth. I'm really interested in the educational in this educational system in South Korea. So I would try to talk with a lot of people about it and ask them about their opinion. Because it's a very strict and very competitive system in Korea, and they'll study for, I don't know, 15 hours a day for this college entrance exam. So, yeah, definitely interested what the young children or young adults tell me about this, how they're coping with this huge pressure on their backs.
Yeah, that is definitely interesting. I mean, in general, there are so many ideals in Korea and so many standards you have to fit in. Also, like their beauty standards or something like that. They're so strict. They're really insanely strict, and some are even very unhealthy. Like, for example, that they just really love that skinny body, and a lot of people struggle with eating disorders there, which is why I love people who are like actively working against that, or who are like I don't know, live streaming how much food they have eaten in the last day, and they're just like, fuck the system, I'm gonna eat that. And I'm just really impressed by that, because they grow up with this fear of gaining weight all the time. I mean, it's worse than Hollywood has ever been. And that's what I would be interested in, how they can like actually solve this problem of always being like judged for how they look. Like also like their skin. I mean, if someone has like if their skin breaks out for once and they have pimples or something, or imagine someone is struggling with acne there and they would be like bullied for not having clear skin at school. I mean, that's insane, isn't it?
Yeah, really. When I was in China, I was with a host family, and the children said to me that I was fat. And it was not in a way. Before I went to China, I lost 20 kilograms, and I was not fat at all. And they just told me that I was fat.
Like right
and
to
it
the
hurt.
face. Like just like that.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And I mean, they were pretty skinny. They were 7 and 8 years old, but they were like just normal Chinese girls, you know. Just a typical figure. And I was Western. And they told me that I was fat, and I was so hurt by it. I mean, if 7 years olds tell you that you're fat.
Yeah, you just arrive there and they're like, oh, hi, you're that German girl? You look fat. And I was like, what the friggity frack is wrong with you guys? Oh. But it's normal for them to just point it out. Like when people meet after a long time in Asian countries, I think it's the same in Japan and the others. I'm not really sure about, but they would just come up and tell you, hey, you gained some weight since we last saw each other. And there's like, yeah, well, you lost some hair. I don't know, whatever. I mean, it's like, it's really mean actually, but for them it's normal.
Yeah. Sad story.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's bad enough that in Hollywood, like, beauty standards just change every month. I feel like it's like, for one, you have to be super skinny, and then 2 weeks later, you have to have that nice ass, and I'm just like, how's that gonna work? I can't be super skinny and then be super curvy, and then, what? What do you want from me?
I don't know. We don't know either.
Yeah.
They'll probably say.
I'm just gonna say this. The solution is fuck them and just be who you are, because you can't be who they want you to be anyway. You're just gonna run after their standards and always be a couple weeks late, and it's not worth it. It's really not worth the trouble.
No, just be yourself. Believe me, that's the best you can actually do.
Yeah, thank God. I wish people would remember. Yeah, please, everyone who's listening, don't starve.
You're perfect. You're perfect as you are.
Don't look at the mirror and be like, oh God, I'm ugly. You're not ugly. You can't be ugly because you're thinking about it. You are a beautiful person. And I mean, why would you even care? You know, I once met this guy, and he basically, I mean, it was maybe like the third or fourth sentence he even said to me was like, so hi, my name is blah, blah, blah. Then we exchanged some information and just chit chat and everything. And then after a while, he was just like, yeah, you know, I'm pretty ugly, but I don't give a shit. And I was like, what? First of all, he wasn't ugly in my eyes. I mean, of course, he wasn't like that super attractive Hollywood star, but who is? Like, there is no one in my area, in my age, that I would say is really good looking. So, like, really, really good looking. And so he wasn't like super ugly like in contrast to the others. And I was so impressed by him just telling me, I don't find myself attractive, but I don't give a shit because I'm a funny person, so you're gonna love me. I was like, whoa, that is the confidence everyone should have.
That's very cute, though. That's very cute, though.
I mean, yeah, he was funny. So, totally. Just, stick to the things that you know are good about yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to move on? I thought about doing a few BTS Would You Rather questions. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm just going to take a quick look because we have been recording for quite a long time already.
Okay, let's do it quick.
Okay.
Maybe do 2 or 3 questions.
Okay, just for those of you who don't know, I have a YouTube channel about like mental health problems, etc. I'm not going to go into this in this episode, but it's a channel focusing on BTS videos. Like you probably have heard of BTS, I guess. And it's just I'm gonna add fake subs and edit the videos so that people can find comfort in those videos. So we kind of like Vera and me, we met through that channel because we're both BTS fans, and this is why we thought about playing this Would You Rather game. So in case you don't know BTS, this is probably not going to make any sense to you. I'm sorry. But if you know BTS, you can play along. It's fun.
So I think we just should do maybe 1 or 2 questions because we don't have much time left.
Yeah, you can start. Go ahead.
Kira, would you rather have Jikook or Namjoon as parents?
I would prefer Namjoon as parents because I have my reasons. First of all, I think Jikook would be way better like friends to me because they're just fun, They're just crackheads doing stuff, and I really enjoy seeing them like joking around and everything. But Namjoon, they are so caring and understanding, and I think that would be really good because they sort of have this harmony in their relationship, and I think that's something that I would really like if it was a child and my parents would be so, I don't know, just so matching and perfect for each other, I mean, if you watch Namjoon videos, they're like an old married couple already. Like they know everything about each other, and they care about each other so deeply, and I think they would be really good at comforting me as well as a kid. So yeah, I would probably prefer them as parents.
Yeah, they are the parents of BTS already.
Yeah, that's
so. What does Moonchild?
So they do already have their experience with taking care of kids. Okay. I have a question for you too. So, would you rather cuddle with Yoongi or spend a day at a carnival with Taeyang?
What's that for a question? Of course, cuddle with Yoongi.
Yeah, really?
I mean, he's so cute, and he'll just say to me, he loves me, and he'll say everything will be fine. No worry, I have you, I've got you.
That's really sweet. I think in general, I always prefer staying inside rather than going out.
Yeah.
So that would be my choice.
And I don't really like going on a carnival.
Yeah, just so many people.
Yeah, and just disguising yourself. What's the point?
Yeah, and it's loud and people are drunk all over the place. I don't know.
Not really my thing. I'll stick with cuddling.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Okay. I'd probably take that too. I need more cuddles in my life.
Yeah. Cuddles from Yoongi, Namjoon, Jimin.
Everyone.
Jungkook. Everyone. And Namjoon for president.
Yes, we should all elect him. Thing. Just for fun. The next election, we're just all gonna... Right, Namjoon, current president. Okay. Yeah, Yeah, that would be fun. I'm starting to daydream here. Sorry. Thoughts wandering around.
I mean, who doesn't daydream about Namjoon?
Yeah, that's a good point. People who don't know him probably don't. But maybe even them. They just don't know it's him.
Yeah.
Because he is perfect. So everything you've ever dreamed of was probably Namjoon all along.
Namjoon. Okay, we're really choking right now.
No. What?
No.
You were not serious? I was totally serious. Oh my god, how can you betray me like that? I feel so betrayed. You can't... I think we have to break up. For real. I'm ending this friendship right now.
No, not in the first episode. No.
You were serious. Tell me you were serious.
I was serious.
See? She was serious. Okay. I told you guys. Okay, I'm really not funny. I just realized.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to go on or should we end this recording?
I think it would probably be better if we ended the recording now.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun.
Then I want to send a message to our listeners. If it's okay for you, Kira.
No. Shut up.
No.
I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Of course, always.
Okay. You have to remember one thing. You're worth it. Your mental health is important. And try to love yourself. I know it's not easy. And it will take time. But please try to love yourself. And if you can't, then listen to BTS answer, Love Yourself. And I hope it will help you. I love you guys. You are the best community I know. So please love yourself, be yourself, and try to be happy.
That's a really sweet ending. I don't want to say anything else. That was so nice. Okay, I'm just going to say this. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to hear each other. I always say this. Hear each other soon. I hope you enjoyed the episode. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. If you're on Spotify right now, you can go to my YouTube channel and leave it there in the comments. Or you could go to my YouTube channel and then go to my Instagram and then DM me on Instagram. This is getting complicated. I hope you're having a great day. Remember that we're here for you and that we're all in this together. So if there's anything you need, let us know and we will try our best to help you guys. And remember, spring will always come.
Bye.